All right, everyone, buckle up. The news cycle never sleeps, and here at the Roger Report, we're bringing you the absolute latest, the must-knows, the headlines that are already shaping tomorrow. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the stories that everyone will be talking about. We've got some surprising takes, some strong statements, and a look at how the game's biggest stars are prepping for the season ahead. Don't even think about looking away, because you won't want to miss a single second of this. First up, a shocking assessment of one of the league's most dominant teams leaves fans scratching their heads. Then, we'll hear directly from a superstar quarterback with a powerful message for his squad. We're diving deep into early season performance, dissecting the plays that matter most. And finally, we're getting the inside scoop on the offensive line that's making it all happen. You're watching the Roger Report, so hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Chiefs landed at the bottom of this unexpected list. In a move that has sent ripples of surprise through the NFL community, ESPN.com has released its latest rankings of all 32 teams, focusing on their watchability. The Kansas City Chiefs, a team that has dominated headlines and Super Bowl conversations for years, were ranked a startling 30th out of 32 teams. This placement, near the very bottom of the league, has ignited a fierce debate among fans and analysts alike, especially following the team's Super Bowl LIX loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. The ranking was determined by evaluating factors such as the frequency of big plays, the excitement generated by close games, and the presence of star players. Analyst Ben Solak, who authored the piece, noted that the Chiefs were not very fun to watch last season, as was exhaustively covered. Solak's assessment was grounded in statistical analysis, pointing to the Chiefs' 28th ranking in explosive pass rate and 30th in explosive rush rate. The report highlighted that Kansas City was one of only 2 teams to finish in the bottom 5 for both these explosive play categories. Furthermore, Solak suggested that the team's defense also struggled with giving up too many big plays. He elaborated on the Chiefs' offensive style, stating, "The Chiefs drew blood from the stone of every drive, with barely their third down conversions chased by just enough fourth down conversions over and over and over again. Their 6.5 plays per drive led the league." This depiction suggests a methodical, yet perhaps less thrilling, offensive approach. However, the narrative of the Chiefs being unwatchable is directly challenged by their undeniable success. Despite facing significant adversity, including losing their starting running back and 2 starting receivers within the first 4 weeks of the season, coupled with a season-long instability at left tackle, the team managed to secure 15 victories. One of their 2 losses was in a meaningless season finale where key starters were rested. The Chiefs remain an enigma, a team whose on-field results consistently defy critiques of their entertainment value. Opposing teams, it's argued, still view a victory against Kansas City as a significant achievement. If watchability is measured by factors beyond on-field statistics, such as media presence, celebrity associations, or Super Bowl championships, the Chiefs undoubtedly rank much higher than 30th. Both head coach Andy Reid and star quarterback Patrick Mahomes have publicly expressed their desire to re-establish the explosive deep passing game that characterized their earlier successes, reminiscent of the Tyreek Hill era. This ambition suggests a potential shift in offensive philosophy aimed at increasing big play potential. Moreover, the Chiefs hold an NFL record streak of 17 consecutive one-score game victories, including postseason games, a testament to their ability to perform under pressure in close contests. Yet, Solak remains unconvinced, stating, "Even Patrick Mahomes' magic was not enough to make those games enjoyable to view." He identifies potential improvements for the upcoming season, contingent on the return of Rashee Rice from suspension, the development of Xavier Worthy as a deep threat, the health of Marquise Brown, and a revitalized explosive performance from tight end Travis Kelce. Intriguingly, many of the teams ranked highly by Solak, including Washington number 1, Baltimore number 2, Detroit number 3, Philadelphia number 5, and Jacksonville number 8, are all on the Chiefs' upcoming schedule, setting the stage for potential matchups that could either validate or refute these watchability claims. But can this team truly be considered unwatchable? We'll see how they stack up against these highly rated opponents next. Mahomes issues a powerful call to action for his Chiefs teammates. As the Kansas City Chiefs gear up for the upcoming regular season, quarterback Patrick Mahomes has delivered a strong and clear message to his teammates, emphasizing the importance of continued effort and growth as they aim to avenge their Super Bowl loss. Mahomes, who completed a near-flawless preseason, capped off his limited game action with an impressive performance against the Chicago Bears. In that preseason finale, a close 29-27 loss, Mahomes demonstrated his readiness by completing 8 of 13 passes for 143 yards, including 1 touchdown and no interceptions. Following the game, he spoke to reporters, attributing his strong showing to the dedication and hard work invested by his teammates throughout training camp and the preseason. "I was super excited to get out there, especially at Arrowhead Stadium, and get real reps," Mahomes stated, as reported by the Associated Press. "We talk about getting here and stuff like that, but to get a feel for the pocket, trust the guys, have a chance to make plays downfield, it shows all the hard work that we put in training camp has paid off." Mahomes further expressed his confidence in the team's trajectory, adding, "This is a little step, but it's a step in the right direction. We'll continue to build as we get ready for the regular season." The Chiefs are entering the season with high expectations, widely considered favorites to make a historic 4th consecutive appearance in the Super Bowl, a feat that would tie an NFL record. Last season, their quest for a three-peat was cut short with a loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. The team faces a demanding start to the season, with their opener scheduled in Brazil against arch rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers, on Friday, September 5th. The Chiefs' preseason strategy for their star quarterback was notably unconventional this year. Head coach Andy Reid had initially planned for Mahomes to play approximately a quarter in the first preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals. However, an early fumble recovery by the Chiefs deep in Cardinals territory led to an abbreviated appearance for Mahomes, who completed his only pass for a 1-yard touchdown before heading to the sidelines. The team opted to keep Mahomes sidelined for the second preseason game against the Seattle Seahawks. However, they brought him back for the final game against the Bears. As noted by Ayrton Osley of USA Today, the Chiefs made an unusual decision to allow Mahomes and the starting offense to play for 3 full drives, deviating from the common practice where starters see minimal action in the final preseason game. Osley commented on this strategy. "NFL teams typically use this last game situation to make decisions about depth players on the roster ahead of final cuts on Aug. 26. Someone forgot to tell the Chiefs that." Two-time NFL MVP quarterback Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' starting offense played the opener 3 series against the Bears. They scored a touchdown, field goal, and another touchdown on Mahomes' 3 drives. This approach underscores the Chiefs' commitment to ensuring their key players are game-ready and in rhythm for the demanding regular season ahead. Mahomes' message highlights the team's focus on execution and readiness. But how did the rest of the offensive unit perform in that crucial preseason outing? Smooth operation. Chiefs starting offense fires on all cylinders in preseason finale. Kansas City, despite an eventual loss to the Chicago Bears in their final preseason game, the Kansas City Chiefs starting offense showcased a remarkably polished and effective performance on Friday night. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes and the rest of the first-string unit ignited the offense, establishing an early 17-0 lead in the first quarter, a stark contrast to their previous outing against Seattle. Head coach Andy Reid characterized the unit's play as a pretty smooth operation for tonight. The starters were given their most extensive playing time of the preseason, participating for just over a quarter of the game. Mahomes emphasized the importance of this extended action, stating, "At the end of the day, you're a football player, and you've got to play football. We want to get out there and give chances to showcase that what we're doing is paying off." Reid specifically lauded the playmaking ability of key players like Mahomes and running back Isaiah Pacheco, noting that, "I think we averaged 9, almost 10 yards per play with the ones." When discussing notable plays, particularly a 58-yard bomb from Mahomes to wide receiver Tyquan Thornton, Mahomes stressed the importance of consistent execution against the types of defenses they will face regularly in the season. In order to be the best version of ourselves, we have to be able to prove game by game that we can hit these deep passes, Mahomes commented. The offensive line also received significant praise from Reed for providing Mahomes with ample time to throw, contributing to his efficient performance, which included 143 yards and a touchdown. Reed specifically highlighted the contribution of rookie offensive lineman Josh Simmons, describing his play as solid in both the run and pass game against a strong Bears defensive front. "I think he was solid in the run game and the pass game," Reed affirmed, acknowledging the quality of Chicago's defensive players. Fellow offensive lineman Creed Humphrey attributed the offense's strong start to a productive week of practice leading up to the game, enabling them to put a lot of good stuff on tape. Veteran cornerback Christian Fulton, who joined the Chiefs in the offseason after stints with the Tennessee Titans and Los Angeles Chargers, praised the offensive unit's cohesion, calling it one of the better offenses he has been a part of. Fulton observed the offense's effectiveness throughout training camp, anticipating their strong performance. Mahomes also pointed to the offense's versatility as a key factor in keeping opponents off balance. "When they're worried about us going deep and then all of a sudden, we're hitting screens and getting the same explosive plays, that kind of completes the offense," he explained. The Chiefs will now shift their focus to their regular season opener, which takes place in São Paulo, Brazil, against the Los Angeles Chargers on September 5th. The game will be broadcast locally on KSHB 41. With the offense firing on all cylinders, the protection up front was clearly a major factor. Let's dive deeper into how the offensive line performed. Offensive line anchors strong Chiefs performance in preseason finale. Kansas City Chiefs coach Andy Reid and quarterback Patrick Mahomes both heaped praise on the offensive line following their dominant performance in the team's final preseason game against the Chicago Bears. The starting offensive unit set a strong tone early on, helping the Kansas City Chiefs build a commanding 23 lead during the first quarter. While the Bears' reserves managed to rally in the fourth quarter against the Chiefs' third and fourth stringers, ultimately winning 29-27, the initial success of the starters was largely attributed to the performance of the offensive front. Patrick Mahomes delivered a solid outing, throwing for 143 yards and a touchdown, benefiting from excellent protection throughout his time on the field. Running back Isaiah Pacheco also found success, averaging 7 yards per carry behind the blocking. "I thought the offensive line did a nice job, gave Pat time," Reed commented. "We were efficient in the run game. It starts up there, and I thought the receivers and tight ends caught the ball and everybody contributed. It was a smooth operation tonight." Mahomes echoed his coach's sentiments, specifically crediting both the veteran and younger linemen for their ability to withstand Chicago's pass rush and provide him with ample time in the pocket. "They've been working hard the entire camp," Mahomes said. "It was good to see the young guys go up against some good rushers and give me a lot of time in the pocket. When the offensive line's blocking like that, it gets the offense going." A notable aspect of the offensive line's performance was the absence of accepted penalties against the first-team offense, highlighting their discipline and execution. Rookie left tackle Josh Simmons, in particular, drew attention for his strong play, effectively protecting Mahomes' blind side at various points during the game. "Without looking at the tape, I think Josh was solid in the run game and the pass game against good players," Reed remarked. "Those are good players, they have good rushers, and I thought he held his own there." The Chiefs will now pivot their focus to the upcoming regular season opener, which is scheduled to take place in Brazil against the Los Angeles Chargers on September 5th. This strong offensive line play sets a positive tone for the season. But how does this performance compare to the overall watchability of the Chiefs as a team? All right, that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw the Chiefs rank surprisingly low in watchability. Mahomes fired up his teammates with a strong message. The starting offense looked sharp in preseason, and the offensive line got major praise. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Roger Report for all your essential updates, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and drop a comment with your thoughts. Follow us on all social platforms for even more. We'll see you next time.